Greetings, friends! Well, I haven't recorded probably in about 2 days because I've been working on this project and it has really been whipping me. We're continuing here in the permaculture orchard that we have started, and there's just 2 stumps that are giving me problems. But I think I'm going to be able to get it out today. This one right here has been a beast. It's multiple trees, same type of tree that had grown together, and it's just been massive. We've actually been burning it, part of it away, just to try to reduce the weight in it. But right now I have it where I'm able to start ripping some of the soil out from underneath, because the roots on it were just stretching out so far that it kept the roots under, and it was hard for me to get them out with the excavator. But now I'm able to start breaking up some of the soil underneath, and I think I'm gonna get it out. And I'm pretty excited about that, because in this area, well, let's just say we have a couple rows of fruit trees, and in this area we're looking to grow some other things like some Peruvian corn and some other flowers that Lacie has in mind. I'm not sure exactly yet, but we really need to get this area, get this tree out, so that way we can start growing even more. So let's see if I can get this out now. I think what I'm gonna do is, so it doesn't fall back in the hole, I'm gonna push the dirt in there so there's no hole, and then I can move it a lot easier. Oh. Bang! Alright, so I have the trunk out of the hole is pretty much covered. Now I got to get this thing out of the way. Typically I can use the excavator to use the bucket and the blade on it to kind of pick it up and kind of push things where I want it to go. This one's just too heavy for that. So I may just have to kind of just pull it on up and out of the way. This is a slope, so it could be interesting. So gotta see what happens. Do the best I can do is all we can do. All right, so let's give this a try. Actually, do or do not. There is no try. So right now I am having success with just moving it with the blade and the bucket, like I talked about, that I've done before. It's just moving very, very slowly. But I'll keep rolling with it as long as you could. This is an easier way to doing it than just wiggling it corner by corner with the bucket. So I'm so glad to be moving this thing, finally. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, but man, just check out the view. So much clearer, neater, being able to see the garden. But I also see the caterpillar tunnel I need to do some work on. But it looks so neat once we have some things growing here, like the corn that I talked about, and Lacie can plant out some flowers. But just taking a break, let's chat with her and see if she'll come outside and we can just kind of visualize where we're gonna go with the garden. Getting ready for your piano lesson?
Yep.
Your virtual piano lesson. Doing a good job. All right, well, I have finally got the monstrous stump, root, whatever it is, out of the ground and moved on. So glad about that.
The bane of your existence.
Yes, this is the third day that I've been working on this thing. So finally! Well, if you wouldn't mind coming out there with me, and we can kind of visualize and plan what we're going to plant in that area now that it's ready to start growing some food for us.
Okay, let's do it. Wow, look, the gigantic hole is gone.
The dog.
Yep, you can't even tell it was there anymore. There was a number of trees right here in this spot. Oh, gone. So, what I was thinking is, the way we have this section lined up is we'll place the cones, but we can have another walkway on this side of the fruit trees, and then we could have a set of beds running through there. Actually, let me point it out to you. All right, so through here will be our row of fruit trees. We'll continue on. We got our persimmons here. Then we'll have an 8-foot walkway that'll go from here somewhere about right. Let me just measure it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's already there. That walkway will be there, 8 feet. And then we'll have a bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Somewhere right in there, we'll clean that up. But a bed where you can fit 4 50-foot rows in one section of growing stuff, and then another 50-foot section of 4 rows down this way. So all this is the bed right in here. We'll end it about, this will be one 50-foot section here. Just like that, where we can grow stuff. I really wanted to clean out more trees, but we'll just have to pick some things that like a little bit more shade. And here, and then another section this way. 50-foot, 4 rows, 30 inches wide beds, walkways in between, so we can grow some corn, things like that. But let me know what you think. What would you like to grow here?
Well, corn would be pretty cool to grow since we don't really have a place for that. I mean, you know me, I like growing medicinals and things like that, but you know, even more pollinators and
that'd be good, some native
flowers, even more like borage and things that like dirt that's not so needy, I guess. Or maybe it is needy though, but things that like to grow in dirt that doesn't have to be super rich.
All right, well, I'll finish cleaning this up, and then we'll start planting this bed maybe next week or something like that.
That's cool.
So the first row that we've been working on here in our permaculture orchard in the making is making some progress. Our fruit trees from Stark Brothers are doing really well, and we've planted squash in here, as well as some raspberries, as well as some comfrey here. So, and we're mulching this area, and we'll continue to mulch it really well. And we have persimmon trees that have saved from before, so now these are able to really fully grow, because most of the limbs went that way because they were just so overcrowded with all the trees that were in here before. And with the walkways, I plan to let grass grow here, so that way we can take our meat birds through here and just kind of go in a pattern all around through the permaculture orchard. And this second row here is in the works, but it's pretty exciting to think back of where we were, and it was just a wilderness in here, and now we're putting together something that's going to grow a lot of food, thousands of pounds of food here in this area. So it's pretty neat to think about.
It really is.
Well, maybe if you could go ahead and gather some of the seeds that we're planting in here, just so it will help us visualize it even more. And while I work on this other stump, getting that out, so we can get that cleaned up, and also plant some more things like blueberries over there, and some of the mulberries that you got from one of our viewers too.
Yeah. Last year, we were gifted some really awesome seeds from Peru. One of our viewers, Yuri, that's from Brooklyn, thank you so much for gifting us these seeds. They are truly awesome. And just a few of them, you know, giant brown corn. I don't know if you can see these, or orange corn. Look at this white corn. Look how big these kernels are. These are awesome. And purple corn, I mean, they're so cool. And muscadines and hot pepper and high altitude orange and lemon. And I think there's some tomato seeds. It is so awesome receiving seeds from you guys, and especially from things that we've never seen before. It's really, really, I don't know, it just makes me feel good. It feels like I'm preserving part of, you know, some other culture in some way and integrating it in my own. We also have some really cool candy roaster squash that was gifted to us last year, and I saved the seeds out of it. And this candy roaster squash was super good, super easy to cook. They're long, we just cut it, scoop the seeds out. I saved all the seeds and then just roasted it. And man, the flesh is so sweet. I really, really love these squash. So we have this. We also have some squash from another one of our viewers. Kate out in Washington sent us some Algonquin squash, some rare seeds, and another warted Inca cream puff squash. So, you know, I really want to try all of these. I know we can't this year if I want to save seeds, because they will cross-pollinate, so that's one thing we have to be aware of. But you know, I'm excited to grow new things that I've never grown before. So what do you think? Give me your advice. What are some things that you feel like we should grow out here in this new area? Because I'm already gonna grow some, this is a perennial. It's Navajo Sunset Agastache, and it is great for pollinators, and it thrives in poor soil. So we know this has not been amended up here, so I'm looking for stuff that's going to grow really good in poor soil. And along with these seeds, Kate wrote us a beautiful letter back in December, and I just want to thank her so much because she just gave us kind of a history on the squash and how to plant them and how she has saved them. So thank you, Kate. I really appreciate that. But you know, give me some ideas, guys. I've got lots of different seeds. Is there something that you really love to grow? Maybe something that works in poor soil that you want us to try. So let me know in the comments below. Well, it finally looks like you're finished.
Yep. Got both stumps out, and that last one was actually a little more trickier than I thought, but I finally got it over there, up there and out of the way. Not really sure what we're gonna do with the stumps yet, so please let us know if you have any suggestions, but we'll figure it out, I guess. But definitely open to suggestions.
Well, it definitely looks better up here. The massive holes are gone, and you know, I can start seeing stuff now. It's starting to take shape.
Yeah, it's nice to see. You almost can't even tell that the trees were there anymore. But it was when I got them out, I was like, I even had to do a few happy dances here and there. But also, the beds are beginning to shape up. So as you can see right here, this is where the first, one of the sections, 50-foot sections, will be for garden beds, and then the other one will be right here in between these poles. And we also have a walkway and water runoff that I've created right here, so the water will run off and won't just wash our seeds away. So it'll be the ground will be a little bit raised up here, so when rain does come, it won't wash away our plants and our seeds. We'll divert it to the sides and then down this way and blowing on out. At least that's the plan.
Well, it sounds like a good plan.
I think so. I hope so. We did get this one comment from somebody who said they didn't like what we were doing up here. So
I think we've had more than one of those, but you know.
But you know what? At the end of the day, even this year, we'll be able to produce more food in this section than has ever been grown right here in this spot. Yeah. So it'll be neat to see it coming together. And I think about nature can survive without us. Things can grow and develop without us. But you know what? One of the reasons that we're here is to bring glorification to the area. We're able to enhance it and really, when it's done the right way, you can really enhance and work in unison with nature
to make it more productive.
To make it even more productive and even more beautiful.
Yep.
Think back to when we were at some different places that we were, like the Baker Creek, and just thinking the things that they were able to create and the beauty that was there, and even at the Biltmore Estate, and seeing the gardens. There's working, when you work with nature, there's so many things that you can do to bring out the glorification and the beauty of it even more.
Yep, I agree. It really is amazing how much we have accomplished in 6 years. I know we wanted to do way more than what we have, but just looking around and seeing what we've done to transform this place into more of a homestead is just really cool and a lot of work. And it makes me think of all the skills that we've had to learn. And you know, there's a really good conference coming up where you can learn even more skills to develop your homestead, and it's the Homesteading Life Conference. Mike and I will be there. He's going to be a speaker. It's going to be out in Hanover, Missouri, and it's put on by Doug and Stacy from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. So I think there's a few tickets left. I don't think there's a lot. So if you want to come to that and see us and see Doug and Stacy, we'd love to see you there.
That's right. Super excited and can't wait for that event. It's one of our favorite events of the year, and we get to connect with so many of you. So really looking forward to that. Lacie also mentioned about all the different skills that we've had to learn while homesteading, and then, man, it has been a bunch, and there's been a lot that has pushed me in so many different ways, and even this project right here has pushed me. I'd never done this type of lumberjack work before, but it's pretty neat to think back of where this area started a few months ago, and there's still more work to be done, but thinking that we can now actually be producing more food in here is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you stay tuned to see how this area forms and takes shape, and see all the different things that we start growing here. So that's it for now. Get growing, because we are.
Bye, guys.